Hi, I'm Vanita, and this is my podcast, Laid Off to Lift Off. The goal is to provide real layoff stories from all walks of life in 20 minutes or less. Hear about the day it happened, where they are now, and inspiring advice to help you through your own journey. Whether you've been there, are in it now, or think it's coming, I want you to know that you're not alone. I am here with Aseeyah, who I met on LinkedIn. She commented on a clip of this podcast. She, shot her shot. Is that how you say it? And asked to be on the podcast. And I said, why not? Sure. I looked at her profile and she is doing amazing things, has a great story to tell, has positive energy, positive content, and she's here to tell her story. So welcome.
Thank you.
So tell me about the day you were laid off, what that day was like.
So, thank you again for having me. It's funny because yesterday, November 6th, is when I got laid off, and I put a post on LinkedIn to celebrate it. It's
I
very
saw
fresh
that.
in my mind of when it happened and how it happened. Do you want the hypnotic storytelling, or do you just want me to be like, girl, I was sad and things
I
happened?
want you to say whatever is authentic to you and you want to share.
I don't know if you believe in tuition and all that different
Mhm.
stuff. The beginning of 2024, after I got back from Turkey, something in me was like, I got to start focusing on myself because there's something telling me that this job might not take me to 2025. When I got back in January, I was like, you know what? I got to start focusing on me. That's when I started doing marketing things. But literally a week before I got laid off, I said, I think I'm going to get laid off. Even though I kind of knew it was going to happen, not because of anything I did,
Mhm.
but because I was already planning because I didn't feel like I was going to make it to 2025. It still was a shock,
Of course.
Like if someone's passing away, like my grandfather passed in 2020 and he had cancer, he had a stroke and all this stuff. So you know that this person doesn't have too much time left, but it's still a shock regardless, right? November 6th, 2024. Depending on what way you do politics, but it was a sad day for me, regardless, because I went to bed and I was just like, I don't want to deal with
There's a
this.
lot going on.
It was a lot going on. Then I woke up, I was actually on PTO. My friends were texting me, hey, check your email. So I was already not plugged in, but I kept getting a whole bunch of texts. I looked and I saw 11 a.m. HR. And I was like, I guess I'm out of here, y'all. I was kind of already planning for this. And what's funny is the beginning of the week, I had my, what is it called when they do the thing and they're like, hey, you're doing such a great job, like your
The
reviews.
performance review.
Yes.
Yeah.
So on Monday, I had my performance review and I asked again, am I going to get laid off? And they was like, no. And then by Wednesday, I was laid off.
Sure.
But anyways, I had the meeting with HR and my higher up manager, he was crying for me. It was weird. I was like,
Did you have that kind of relationship with him that he would cry?
no,
Oh.
no.
Did he get laid off? Not to make it about him, but did he get
No,
laid off? Okay.
no. He knew it was happening. He was sad and crying for me. And I was just like, they're there. It's okay. It's okay. Why am I comforting you? So then HR comes on and I researched some questions to ask. And then they just gave me 1 month, which looking back and talking to other folks, that was nothing. Then after the meeting was probably 20 minutes. And then I was like, this just happened. Because when I'm going through it, I was just processing and trying to keep it together. Because I was like,
Right.
you're not going to see me cry. That's not going to be the last thing you're going to see from me.
That's what I said with
So,
mine. I'm like, I'm
look,
not letting anybody see me cry. Well, my manager's manager, I'm like, you're not seeing me cry.
look, exactly. I was like, no, I'm gonna make sure I'm holding this in. Then afterwards, it was just like, oh my God, there's so much change happening all at once.
Mhm.
Oh my God, I just feel so sad. I grabbed my partner and my sisters were in town and I was just bawling like, oh my God, my whole world has been ripped away because I put myself so much in my job and what I attributed to that job as this title. So to have that all ripped away all at
Right.
once, knowing what was going to come next
Right.
was heartbroken.
Hmm.
That's the biggest word I can say was heart.
How long were you at the company?
2.5 years.
Okay.
Yeah. And it was my first corporate job too. I started to believe we're family and all this stuff. I know we're not,
Right.
but we're going on these little trips and we're doing these different things. Yeah. So
All
I
right.
think that's why it hit me extra hard.
Yeah, you had good people around you and you think it's about the job title and you have so much identity and a part of it is that, but if you're really close to your coworkers, losing that relationship, it's
Mm.
hard and it's a type of loss that people don't talk enough about.
Mm. That's the biggest one. Because I would talk to my therapist and I was like, dang, that relationship of having friends and you coming to a place and I'm having different interactions because growing up, I was a very, very shy kid. Yeah. So I was very much like it was me, my siblings, and my immediate family. So as I got older and I was like coworkers and all these new experiences, dang, my community also got ripped away too.
Mhm.
That's the other part that hit me.
Right, right. So after that happened, that day, that week, what did you do next after that? Then leading into what are you up to now or looking for?
Just cried. Fell into a depression for 2.5 months.
Wow.
Yeah, honestly, and I'm gonna tell the truth. It was hard, and I started exploring some of Atlanta, but I was just sad. It was life, honestly.
What kept you going? Gave you hope on a daily basis, even though sometimes it was very hard?
I would say my faith and my family,
Mhm.
because I'm very close with my family. And okay, this feels like darkness, but having people around me was, we got you. If anything happens, I know at the end of the day, if things go down, I can move back in with my parents. You know what I mean? So it's like having that support system is so, so crucial. And I'm
Mhm.
so thankful for that. And then during that time, I also proposed to my girlfriend, who's not my wife.
Congratulations.
Thank you, thank you. So good things have happened since then. I started my business, Aseeyah, for people wanting to grow their LinkedIn, and I also became more confident in my content creation because before that I had no confidence in the video process. I could take a picture. I was like, she's looking cute in a picture, but for a video, ooh, I don't like that.
Yeah.
So
I don't know why video is so hard to get
yeah,
started. There's something about video that's a little intimidating.
yeah, because it's seeing yourself and you're like now picking out every little thing. Ooh,
So tell me about how you're putting yourself out there about content creation, building in public, how you decided to start your own company. What's that motivation and what's driving you? And what are some lessons you've learned along the way?
the building in public started because I saw people like me who were just, oh, putting a camera up, that's like so embarrassing. I
Mhm.
can't film in public. I can't do this. Yes, you can. And honestly, people don't care. I really noticed that by putting myself out there. People care in the sense of, oh, this is so interesting. I would love to know more. But when you're actually doing these things and putting yourself out there, you think that everyone's judging you. Everyone's
Mhm.
like, look at you, you're weird. I'll put my camera up in Publix and film myself. People just walk on by. And they're like, I don't give. But when I started realizing that, I was like, oh, so this is the real meaning of like putting yourself out there, building in public. I put on a top hat. It was not Halloween. And I'm going to Spirit Halloween. I got a top hat. I put on a mustache. No one cares. You start living more free in yourself. You do weird stuff, right? So the company, yeah, that came about because I was struggling on LinkedIn when I first got on. And something I realized is that when you first get on LinkedIn, a lot of people see that it's a cesspool because in the beginning, when you don't have a tailored algorithm, is a cesspool. I'm gonna be real. And then I was like, okay, well, everybody's doing this guru thing, so maybe I'll do that and put out some random AI stuff and do
Mhm.
all this stuff. And so I realized no one cared, and it was straying farther and farther away from my actual goal and what I wanted to show. When I did show those little aspects of myself, people were like, oh, I want to know more about that.
Mhm.
I started to realize other people were having this problem. And being in the content space, a lot of people don't know about LinkedIn. No, girl, like I've made money from LinkedIn. And they're like, wait, can you show me that? I'm like, maybe this is something. But yeah, that's kind of how it started because I really saw that need and people kept asking me about it. And I was like, I could show you.
Mhm. Nice. The video piece that we touched upon before, when you put out that first video, maybe on LinkedIn, how was that? And how has that grown? Because I stalked your profile this morning before
Mm-hmm.
this. And the way I cackled at some of those videos, this girl is funny.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Which video did you see? Did you see the one with
I
Wish
saw
lady?
you were the one with you in the closet coming out. Miss Forget About It has been a thing, and I think that's really merch material. I saw the hat,
Mhm.
but I think there's something there.
Yeah. So putting that on LinkedIn initially, because I started out with the Miss Forget About It, and I was like, is this LinkedIn material? And then I asked, shout out Justin Malone, because he really helped me in this process. He was like, well, if it makes sense to you and you feel like it's a part of your brand, then put it out there. But if
Mhm.
not, don't do it. Well, it is a part of my brand. And people really like this.
Yeah.
Because it was really the TikTok thing that I was doing, and people liked it. I was like, well, I'm mainly on LinkedIn, so let me sprinkle her over here, see how it goes if people report me. So I put it out there. It was very nerve wracking at first because I was like, ugh. And then I put more, and then I started experimenting with different things, and I was like, people really like this. That made me go into the interviewing of founders and creators and things like that because I like hearing people's stories. So it's
Mhm.
funny to have you interviewing me because I'm usually the one on the other side. But I like hearing people's stories. I like doing characters because I did some
Mhm.
improv over the summer. I was also on a Daily Show twice, but look, she's like, I'm gonna get your autograph. No, 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 no pictures. I'm just kidding.
Are
Um,
those clips on LinkedIn?
not on LinkedIn. I need to put them on there. This
Yes.
was 2019 and 2020 when it was still Trevor Noah. So I've done some different things, and I was like, well, I'm in this whole building in public. This is a part of building in public, putting
Mhm.
myself out there. So there it was. And it's been really good for me. In the last 2 months, I've noticed that LinkedIn has been pushing a lot more videos, but from people liking my videos saying, oh, I want more videos, I've noticed October and August and September, so really 3 months, honestly, it's been getting more push. And then people start to trust you more because they're seeing your
Right.
face. You're not some
Right.
AI person.
Right.
So they're like, oh, what is that? So yeah, and it's different. It's not just a typical, hi, I'm a LinkedIn. Blah, blah, blah. It's like, I'm coming out of the closet and I'm talking to myself as a character. It's like, this is LinkedIn? I'm like, yes, this is LinkedIn.
So I think I fully believe that, people go on LinkedIn and there's so many, at least my algorithm is showing me all these layoff stories, people looking for a job, people who are expressing how depressed they are, and a funny video or something that's not your typical content that pops up on LinkedIn is a little refreshing to see, even if it's for a minute where you smile a little bit or cackle like I did. It's good. Oh, I applaud you for your videos and your bravery for putting those things out there because I'm not funny. I can't make that kind of content.
I feel like if I hung out with you in person, I'd be like, Vanita, you're hilarious. Stop it.
I am not the hilarious one in my friend group, but yeah, I appreciate that. So, what are you looking to do now? I know you hosted a LinkedIn workshop this past week.
Hmm. So, my goal in the next few months, right? Because I started doing the LinkedIn coaching, but
Hmm.
I I've started to realize that I wanted to do more of the content, like the videos, brand partnerships, things like that. So it's kind of like a sneak peek, but I'm really going to be transitioning more into doing that full time in the new year.
Hmm.
So if you want me to be on your LinkedIn content, you get me until January 1st
There
because
you
that's
go.
when I'm really going to start transitioning to doing full time content. I'm really looking to speak on a panel, doing more creator economy type conferences, also tech conferences. I
Hmm.
recommend if you're in this creator economy, go to different things. I was at the International Plant Symposium yesterday and I learned a lot. Then I'll go to a tech conference, I'll go to an architect. There's so many things to
So many
learn.
different ones. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like, why just pigeonhole yourself in this one thing? I've gotten brand opportunities from various different things, right? That's more of what I'm going towards, full time content creator. I know it sounds funny, but that's really where I'm going to and really becoming a true media company.
Hmm.
So, yeah, that's my next steps.
Nice. And lastly, what advice would you give people who have experienced a layoff or in similar stages of life like you are?
Cry. If you get laid off and then you're immediately in like that panic mode, it's just going to elongate the time of you finding the thing that you really want to. And as we know, the market is crap right now. So
Mhm.
I would say give yourself, even if it's like a few days, because I don't have kids, so I could have taken more time. But if you have kids, you have different responsibilities. I understand. You're like, hey, I need to get something. But I would personally take that time and really feel your feelings, because if you bottle them up, it's gonna come out some way. So whether you're driving Uber and then you just have a panic attack because you're like, oh my God, I was just a manager at this large company and I'm doing Uber for a living.
Right.
And it just hits you and you're like, oh my God. You know what I mean? So really taking that time, stepping back and just saying, crap, this just happened.
Hmm.
Feel it. Even though it's hard, feel it. Because you will thank yourself later on. So you don't have a panic attack if you are doing Uber.
All right. Thank you for being on this podcast. I'm going to link your LinkedIn profile on the description. And thank you for being here.
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it.